They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Huskers will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets it past the marker. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks. They've had these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Oh, he's got some space.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Trying to get it to the marker. Inside the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got him. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Under fire. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They grab the early lead.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close, where the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. Boom. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. When you're called corn huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. The Huskers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And that's what we players call a 7 route. That receiver ran it beautifully.
The Cornhuskers will have it first and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice, elusive.
There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this defense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. He's at touchdown, Washington. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. Teams coming through the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Huskers ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Good timing on the quick out. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. Runs through a tackle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give on the option. Fights off a defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. fire. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently. He's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. 3rd down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It is good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it.
Touchdown, Huskies! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to...
Breaks away on the left. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for the responsibilities.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's in goal. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quick strike complete.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Smithers into space.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lawrence. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Hand off from the shotgun. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back on onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And the Huskers look to keep this drive humming. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. He's got it inside the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Got his man. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Cornhuskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And the Huskers are on the move. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's in goal. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. He's got it down the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the ground with the back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Smacks it with the stiff arm. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, but he just decided to take off.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Oh, he got loose. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawrence. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gets the back moving. Gonna swing it on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Motion from the wide receiver. Toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Maybe just trying to get some breathing room to kick it away. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Hauls it in.
You want to play zone? You don't want to bring pressure? That's fine. If I'm a wide receiver, it's my job to find those holes. I sit down in it. Nice curl route, nice throw, nice catch.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Creates a little space. Brings into the open. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open there.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to the right side. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's gone. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll keep it himself. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Using his legs to buy some time. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the open.